Hey guys, Frank here and welcome to another episode of How Did I Shoot This One? And this is one of those setups that I highly recommend looking at because this one is awesome for in the studio, on location, and it always works. Even if you have a lot of lighting around you, even if there's a lot of people around you, even if you have a small space, this is the lighting setup that I absolutely love and the results are stunning. So let's start. Now, during my career, I've done a lot of stuff. I've worked in castles, but the thing that I actually maybe find the most challenging and also the most fun is working at trade shows. Believe it or not, but working in a very, very tight space is an incredible challenge, especially when you see the images. And you go like, wow, those images are great. How did I do that one? Well, let me just rewind a little bit. What is the main thing about lighting? Well, lighting is an attention grabber, right? We want to make sure that if we light a model, that we know this is where you have to look because that's where the lighting is. But also shadows, because with shadows we can cover stuff up. If there's a lot of people there and we just overpower the ambient light, you don't see the people anymore. It's all black, right? So how can we combine those two? Well, there's something called the inverse square law. Light falls off over the distance. And in essence, it means if you place your light very close to something, it will light that part and then immediately fall off to shadow. If you place your light very far away, your model is lit, the backdrop is lit, and probably also a little bit of the scene is lit. So, by placing your light closer to the model, the light fall off is faster. Placing the light further away, the light fall off is, well, slower. Now, if you have a small space and there's a lot of stuff going around on there and you don't want that in the picture, you of course place your light very close to your model, right? But what if you don't have any space? So in other words, if you have this little trade show floor where you have 2 by 2 meters and you have your model there, you have your stand there, you have your light shaper there, a lot of audience is looking and you still have to perform and get a great image. Yeah. That's a problem because there's no room for the light stand because at that point they can't see me tethering anymore because it takes up all the space. And that's when I came up with this setup and it's so awesome because this one works on location, in the studio and wherever. There's only a few things you have to think about. The lighting setup is simple. It's a strip light and strip lights works best, but you can also do it with a normal softbox. Place it above your model like an umbrella or a street lantern and then by angling it, you can control what happens. So if you just want to light the face of your model, you angle it towards your model. So let's say your model is here, you angle it like this. And you also light the backdrop. If you don't want any light on your backdrop, move your model a few centimeters forward, angle the light slightly like this, and you're feathering over your model. Remember, I'm shooting 3/4, so all that light that spills, it never hits the lens, it never hits anything. So, in other words, feathering the light, using the sides of the light, beautiful soft quality of light, no light on the backdrop. If you want to use the backdrop again, just angle the light slightly like this. There are a few things you have to remember. The lighting setup is killer, it works like a charm. There are a few limitations. First of all, the eyes of the model. If she looks down, you will have raccoon eyes because the light is coming from the top. So the model has to look up. Then you shoot straight into her nostrils, right? You don't want that. So your option is to shoot from a slightly higher angle than normally the hero pose. But the coolest thing is, of course, how about sunglasses? Make your model look down, wear sunglasses, and use that shadow, embrace it, and create something really cool. Now in this case, we're not using sunglasses, we're using a Harley Quinn outfit on our model Felisa, but you can actually see in the lighting setup probably all the potential. So where do I use this lighting setup? I use this light setup all the time. I'm using it at trade shows if I don't have any space. I'm using it in the studio for a very quick setup at the end of a workshop. But I also use it on location when I see a beautiful wall and I want maximum structure. That's when I'm angling that strip light to make sure that it just hits it under the right angle. But you can also use it in a very crowded street where you place it close to your model, you overpower the ambient light, you have this beam of light on your model and the wall, and everything else is dark. Great lighting setup, super simple to set up, and you only need the Frank Doro flash bender, a strip light, or a small softbox. A medium softbox is okay, but the smaller, the better to really focus that light. So let's take a look at the behind the scenes video so you can see the lighting setup and recreate it very easily yourself. Super simple lighting setup, also super cheap, only one strip light, one strobe, and of course a stand. So if the next time you find yourself in trouble and you go like, wow, how do I set something up like this? Try this setup. I think you're absolutely gonna like it. If you like what we do, subscribe to our channel, leave comments below, and of course smash the like and bell notification button so you get a notification when we upload something new or do a live stream. But most of all, tell other people about our channel so we can grow and give you more content. Thank you so very much for watching, guys. And the next time, angle that strip light. You can order the strip lights in the link below on our web shop. See you again next time. Bye, guys.